vacuum in here?
No, why would I?
Because it's filthy in here. Look at all the dust. Look, there's even sand over there.
What's wrong with that?
It's like a desert in here.
That should suit you.
How so?
Because you're a tumbleweed.
I'm a tumbleweed. How am I tumbleweed? Look, I know what a tumbleweed is, and I can see that there's no similarities between me and a tumbleweed. I'm looking at one right now. Name the similarities. There are no similarities between me and a tumbleweed.
Well, I'm looking at two. Look at me honestly and tell me no one has ever called you a tumbleweed before. Exactly.
Let's just get on with it. See, this is the point I'm trying to convey to you and everyone else. It's a... Thank you. Okay, chill, okay. Salutations and whatnot. Do you know what I find remarkable? I find it remarkable that us, human beings, if you still dare to identify as one, I find it remarkable that it is within our capacity and capability to do extraordinary things. If you'll permit me, I wish to remind you of some achievements the human race have accomplished. We have allegedly put a man, who I believe at the time identified as a man, and still does identify as a man, on the moon. Yeah, that big rock in space! We, if you of course consent to be included in a group that has myself as well as other individuals who consent to being regarded as human beings, we, not me personally necessarily, or for a matter of fact you, but as a species we have managed to sail the 7 seas, which is now becoming just one big sea. Thank you, global warming. We'll have seen the 7 wonders of the world. Well, through a screen with a resolution no less than 4K. However, when I went to research the 7 wonders of the world, just to refresh myself, I received this message. The contents is not available in your area. I'm not kidding. Which means I have to go off the top of my head, which is what the 7 wonders of the world are. And I'm sure we can all agree that we all know what the 7 wonders of the world are. The 7 wonders of the world are...
Hey, put that phone away. The Taj Mahal,
Colombia,
the chicken pizza,
Marco Polo,
Air Jordans,
the Great Wall of China, and the 7th is... Oh, I look at this one religiously. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's the iPhone.
No, Christmas reindeer.
Like Santa? Are you sure that's right? I don't know, something seemed a bit off. I can tell you what didn't make the list. Yes, unfortunately, the triangles didn't make the cut because some random, yet logically selected cluster of individuals said it just didn't make the list. Does this sound familiar or remind you of something? Of course it does. When was the last time you people got together and said, oh, I don't know, sorry about that, but unfortunately, you didn't make the list. That's right, Pluto, like the actual little planet Pluto didn't make the list. Like what the... I don't understand how you don't make the list. You're a cute little bundle of joy! And you just didn't make the list! It is because of these alleged, so-called, apparent, claimed, and purported achievements, which neither you nor I had any role in achieving, that it truly shocks me that the human race could be responsible for the development of the muesli bar. There is a point in everyone's life where we must find ourselves going in search of food. For most of us, it's a slow, pathetic walk to the kitchen.
Not for me, it isn't. Because I can't walk.
Clearly. However, upon our arrival in the kitchen, most likely the fridge, we open the fridge to be met with disappointment. But not any disappointment, but rather cold, well-kept disappointment that flows out and tickles our toe with the cold air. I don't know why this individual's not wearing shoes, or at least socks in the scenario. What a mad soul. But go with it. So as you or I open the fridge, continually hoping to find something that wasn't there before, we become increasingly more desperate. And it was at that precise moment when I myself personally fell victim to a level of such cruel desperation that I was forced to be reintroduced with an old acquaintance, the muesli bar. I had met these bars before, mostly when they were at work, that being in a lunchbox, in which we found ourselves in certain transactions. Intermittently, however, yet I do wish to state that these interactions weren't a one-night stand type deal, nor were they a one-and-done type situation. Look, we had a few outings, alas, these were school days. However, it was of recent that I found myself embracing that slow, pathetic walk to the fridge, in which I was greeted by the sight of a muesli bar. How it got there, I do not know. When it got there, time should show. That sounds a bit like a doctor's. It was kind of like, oh, I think I'm going to make a poem out of that. Strike that. I will make a poem out of this. Yet I digress. And as I see my producer looking across at this monologue has appeared to be going on indefinitely, I just wish to say that I cannot fathom how desperate someone should have been in their lives to say,
I shall consume a muesli bar.
yet here I am consuming a muesli bar. As to me, the muesli bar seems to be the edible incarnation of a Birkenstock, to the point where I find myself questioning whether the so-called digestive product, or the shoe, came first. I'm questioning this, what led to such a disappointing outcome as the muesli bar.
Jesus, not around forever. Anyway, tonight's sponsor is Sunlight Delight, the breakfast company that has been baking your favorite muesli bars since 2006.
Ah, einen Schuh essen!
What's that ad?
Hey y'all, I'm about to board my first plane, and it will be a great experience. Well folks, here I go, boarding the plane. Wish me luck. I found my seat. Oh man, it's comfy. Can't wait till we lift off. Finally, in the air. Oh man, what's those two towers? Oh man, we're getting awfully close to those two towers. I better go alert someone. It seems dangerous to be flying towards this pair of two towers.
Falcon Punch!
Due to budgetary constraints, the probationary reporter will not be present in this episode. But please do not worry, as he will be present in episode 4, hopefully less probationary and more employable. If you have any complaints or questions or queries relating to this, please direct them to Miranda.
What's that ad?
Oh, hey, folks, we're back and better than ever. This should be a fantastic ad. We're selling all sorts of things. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Please, not the door. This is a catastrophe. Oh, okay. Seems to be alright. I guess I overreacted.
In the news today, King Bob! No, it's seriously, there's been a mass disturbances to cinemas around the world. The iconic pill-shaped being referred to as minions has led to worldwide despair, as those wishing to view the film have been barred from cinemas if they are sporting formal attire. People between the ages of 14 and 32 are specifically targeted. However, those banned have persisted and have since joined forces to become a collective power, not just someone.
From squeaking?
No, isn't that the guy in Someone?
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, I said Someone.
What's the difference?
You can't see the difference between someone and someone.
There is no difference. You just said someone and someone twice.
No, I'm saying someone and someone.
Does someone actually care?
How would I know if someone or someone actually cared?
I don't know. You should ask someone.
Oh, and how would I get in touch with someone?
I don't know. Ask someone else.
There is only one someone.
No. Ask someone else.
Oh, right, someone. I get it, that could work. Okay, I'll give that a try. Anywho, these collective groups who have been barred from cinemas worldwide have taken it upon themselves to form an allegiance with one another and go by a collective name, much like the NFL's 49ers do. They're now known as the, Really? They're now known as the Groomers. Groomers. They now go by the name of Groomers. Gru, of course, represents the main antagonist / protagonist of the film, while MERS stands for My Elaborate Resolve Supported. Due to the nature of the film being sold as a family fun venture and the age-old story of close friends sharing an adventure, the Groomers, who of course are dressed in very eloquent style, come in flocks to the film.
Oh. Is that why you were wearing a suit to the film?
How would you know I was wearing a suit to see it? Were you there? Wait a minute, were you there?
Move on.
Whoa, okay, I won't push you now. Whoa, I was just curious. I'm a bit concerned now, but you know what? I don't know. The film serves as an educative experience where people of all ages come together to watch the Minions, and the older, more experienced with the franchise Groomers teach the young about the expansive world of Minions. The effort of the Groomers have led to innovative ideas on how one could watch the new Minions film in formal attire. Some have taken drastic measures such as what has been coined the Superman technique, in which the wearing of tuxes and suits is worn underneath casual clothing, as not to arouse suspicion from cinema staff. At the time of researching this report, no physical damage to person nor property has been reported as these events have unfolded. But it is during these times of financial stress, the ongoing worldwide pandemic, and the fact that most people are choosing to view content online streaming service rather than to make use of cinemas, that you would call to question why cinemas would be advocating with such a stance of banning people, rather than supporting the return of customers to cinemas, especially as the COVID-19 pandemic has forced mass profit losses over the recent years, with as many as 630 cinemas within North America closed for the foreseeable future. And that's TNT. What did you think of the new film? Oh wait, you didn't see it. Sure. Whatever you said.
What's that ad?
Hey folks, I've returned, healthier and better than ever. Don't mind the head. Trust, the game is strong as ever. My sales pitch game, that is. My heavens, a Tic Tac has appeared through the door. What does this mean? Oh no, where's he gone? This could be dangerous.
Banana! Banana!
Tonight, this morning, you've had the surreal opportunity of being met with disappointment and despair, and that was even before I started talking. But from then on, it just got worse. We shared with you the disappointment, which is the muesli bar, and we shared with you the despair felt by thousands as cinemas barred well-dressed groomers from entering the new Minions movie. However, before we leave you, Timothy and I find it to be our duty of care to ensure that you're also met with a drowning sensation of disillusionment. which we shall now achieve by further attempting to decay our intellectual property, which is this show. So if you'll please stay present for a few moments longer, we can make sure that you all swiftly endure the last few possible remaining sensations of disappointment, despair, and disillusionment before we bid you adieu. I am what you see. I'm sure you do agree that if you were to pick me, I would end up as debris, as even I can foresee that I will not be met with such glee. I wish I could be held while someone exclaimed, hee hee, but rather I'm met with a whimpering plea.
Open, close, open, close, open, close.
I can live in the fridge or out on a bench and survive there for quite a while as I serve no quench. It is due to my nature I am on the back bench, as I never receive the glory of those who are called to serve on the front bench. And if by some force of hand I do be clenched, I soon too will be retrenched. Why am I treated with such stench? Could I possibly be Anglo-French?
Open, close, open, close, open, close.
My simple existence is bizarre, yet I find myself lacking all devoir. The way I am treated acts like a scar, to the point where I too might need a cigar. Why can't I be a superstar? Why can't I even make my mark in the minibar? If this is due to me being a muesli bar, then this must be my adwa memoir.
Open, close, open, close, open, close.
He all pop the buzzard and the Oreo. He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rocket Robin, tweet, tweet, rock, rock, Rocket Robin, tweet, tweet. We'll go rockin' Robin 'cause we're really gonna rock them.